Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped TV show is brought to you in part by Corker Boots, Mercer Sports, Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped hot sauce with that big craft heat and that big craft taste, Hoffman Lures, Fish Donkey, the future of tournament fishing, Caz Acrez, Cooler Guard with the cleaning power of enzymes, J. Robinson Outdoors, Bennington Self Storage, Okuma Fishing, let's get inspired, P-Line, White Rocks Design Studio at Turcotte Design, Porta-Brace, and a proud member of the Southwest Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome to Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I'm your host, Erika Tanner, and we are at Caz Acrez in Cambridge, Vermont, live with Cindy Casavant. Your husband, Larry, should have chose an easier last name for me to pronounce, is all I'm saying.
Shut up.
But welcome to the show. We're going to talk a little bit about a couple of things. They have a goat farm and currently have 96 of them running around, did you say?
I believe so.
Yeah, a lot of them. So when you started this, you said it was in 2017. You started raising these goats to produce milk. You provided these milk to local cheesemakers. Would there be anyone that we would know of?
We sell to Meadow up in Thurman, New York, and then Meredith Maydon and Stuyvesant.
Great. And when we were talking earlier, you said that you make how many gallons of milk are these?
Last year we milked 74, and we made about 500 gallons a week.
That seems like, I'm sorry, I don't know anything about milk. I was going to say cows. I don't know anything about milking goats or cows for that matter. Do you have machines set up that do this for you? Because that seems like a lot of work for you guys to be doing.
We have a couple different barns. One is a kidding barn, obviously where all the babies go. We raise them, and then we have a big hoop barn, and it's split down the middle, so we can push all the milkers over to one side. We call it the hillside, and they come in through a regular door up onto a stand, and we milk 10 at a time by pails. But it's machines, but it's a bucket, because pipelines are so expensive to put in. And then they go back out the door onto what we call the driveway side, so then we know which ones we've milked and which ones we haven't milked.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Normally Larry does most of the milking. By then I'm feeding or doing babies or something else, but he enjoys milking, so he's normally in there.
And how long did you say it took for a kid to get to the age that they can be milked?
We breed them right about when they're about a year. So they're a little over a year, about a year and a half when they have a baby. And they can go up till they're about 13 or 14.
And when do you start milking them?
At about a year and a half.
Really?
Yeah.
That young?
Yeah.
Wow. And again, excuse my ignorance, male and females are both milked, or just the females?
Just the females.
Yeah. Okay.
We just have, the bucks are just around for breeding.
Yeah.
That's it.
Typical. I guess.
They have their purpose for 3 months, and then they go into another barn and
enjoy the rest of the day.
Enjoy the rest of the year.
The rest of the 9 months. They kick back. That sounds about right. So at some point, though, you did transition from, you're still producing the milk, but you also got into making soaps. And how did that happen?
The first year we started, we were milking, I want to say around 34 that year. And come December, they were still milking, but we were only getting maybe 5 gallons a week. Our cheesemaker doesn't want that small of a quantity. They can't put it in their vat. They can't make cheese with it in that small a quantity. I didn't want to throw it out because it is hard work to do all that.
Right.
So we had a lady helping us, and she made soap. So she decided, well, make soap. And I was kind of adamant about it when we started that I wasn't going to make soap. I was pretty, 6 months later, here I was. And Larry made me a mold. And so we actually made it in the kitchen. Him and I were both making it up in the kitchen. Went to my first event. I sold 1 bar.
Well, luckily you kept at it, though.
I kept at it. Now I'm in about six different stores. I have 4 wholesale accounts. And I go to all kinds of events.
And you do have an online presence.
I do have an online store, yes.
And the web address for that, for people who want to check it out?
CazAcrez.com with a Z. CazAcrez.
Yeah, I saw that on your shirt. I like how you did that. Put the Z in there.
Yeah.
So when you make the soaps, where did the different scents, like, I wouldn't even know where to begin with that either. Like, where did the scents come from? Just people gave you ideas? Or personally, I like this, so I'm going to make this?
That's, a lot of it is my choice, but I do it requests. This year, or last year, I started making a soap called Sensitive. It's an all olive oil soap. There's people that can't deal with coconut oil and different things, and it's like, elderly people or babies have very sensitive skin. So I started doing that. It's unscented. Olive oil is a pure, it's a pure olive oil bar, so it's really gentle on your skin. But yeah, a lot of it is, hey, I like this scent. Have you ever thought about making that? Or I like this. And so some of it's kind of gotten out of hand. But for the most part, online, there's about 10 to 12 different scents that you can buy online. But if you go to an event like the fair, you'll see there's like 20 of them sitting out there at the fair.
And now how many ingredients typically go into 1 bar of soap?
I think there's 6. Coconut oil, lard, olive oil, sunflower oil, sodium hydroxide, which is the biggest chemical that's in there. It's not the biggest, but it's the only chemical that's in there. And you have to have that to make soap. Milk and whatever scent you want and colors.
That's wild.
So
That's wild. And
it's not many.
we were saying that this is really good for the outdoor enthusiasts because they're light bars, they're small bars, they're all natural like that, because when you're outdoors, sometimes you do have to just hop in a river or a lake, especially if you're doing any type of through hiking. And you would like to have, freshen up.
Right.
You don't want to be using commercial soap or much soap anyway in any of these beautiful outdoor locations. So it's really nice that this is simple products, it's natural, it's convenient, and it's so glad you have it. And we're going to come back in just a little bit, and we're going to learn how to make this soap. And I'm excited for this, but we will be right back. This is Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped, live at Caz Acrez in Cambridge, New York.
Bad boy go, but wow, look at that fish.
Oh my God, that's a
wow.
Wow.
The outdoor tip of the week is brought to you by Bennington Self-Storage.
Dale Helgeson here with your outdoor tip of the week. Today we're talking about trolling in a river, and how you have to compensate for the current as you go up or down the river. So if you're trolling down the river, say your current in your water is a half a mile an hour, and you want your bait to travel at a typical lake speed of 1.7 miles an hour, you have to go 2.2 miles an hour to get the same wobble out of your bait as you would on a lake at 1.7. So now, but going upriver, it's going to be slower because now you have a half mile an hour current going downriver. So you'll actually go like 1.2 miles an hour upriver. So you have the same wobble in both directions, even though it's a different speed. So you have to compensate for that. And if you don't have a gauge to check water speed, you can actually take and just put your bait in and see how it wobbles. You can tell how fast it's wobbling. Just keep it by the boat and get whatever wobble you're looking for, and that'll help you get the accurate speed and wobble for your bait to be more productive on the water. And that is your Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped tip of the week.
You are watching Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped with Chris Bates and myself, Erika Tanner. Welcome to Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I'm your host, Erika Tanner. Today we are inside, though, and we are at Caz Acrez, and we are with one of the owners, Cindy Casavant.
Yes.
We had a little disturbance with her name earlier, so I'm still struggling to get it right, and I apologize. And also, you have somebody here who is a friend and a consumer of your products, and this is Ruth. And Ruth, we appreciate you coming in and helping us with this.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's really great to have you. So at this point, we are going to be shown how to make some of this goat soap that she is so well known for. And earlier, we got to choose what we wanted. So myself, I picked out a oatmeal coffee sea salt with a geranium essential oil.
Yes.
And that's the soap that I'm going to make. I think you chose...
I chose the same thing, but my scent is going to be eucalyptus.
Nice. So we have a lot of things out here, and I'm not going to jump the gun. I'm going to let you walk us through the steps that we need to do here.
Okay. In the white bowl, you'll find that it's already been mixed or weighed out. It's olive oil and, oh no, that one's not olive oil. It's shea butter and lard is already weighed out in that one. In this separate bowl, just because it was easier to weigh them out, this is olive oil and sunflower oil.
Great.
And so you can mix them together.
Mix them now, okay.
Yep. And the only other ingredient left to weigh out is coconut oil. And if you want to weigh that out yourself.
Okay. We're at this here?
Yep, so the scale's right in front of you. So if you put this on the scale.
Okay.
Yep, I got each one of you, so we wouldn't be.
Beautiful.
Then we want a 0.
Is that 0?
Yeah.
Oh, it's already zeroed.
Yep. You're going to need 393.
393. That's pretty specific.
It is.
All
it
right.
is.
Hopefully, we're not going to make a mess of her place here.
Oh, it's not a big deal.
Generally, how many scoops would that be?
Yours is probably about 4.
Okay.
If you're a little over, it's not an exact science. You want to get as close as you can to it.
393.
Yep. I mean, like somebody's sunflower oil was like 56, so it's not an exact science. I use these ingredients. I've messed around with different recipes for probably...
I'm a little over at
That's fine.
$3.79.
Yep, that's fine. And you're gonna so all your oils are all ready. So that's the base, what we call the base of the soap. So the next one you want to do is milk. And when you use milk in soaps, you want to make sure it's frozen because of sugars and the lactic acid and the fats. If you put sodium hydroxide in, which is a chemical that makes it soap, if you put that in with liquid milk, you'll burn it.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
So it'll end up being like clumps of orange, and you won't ever get it dissolved, and it'll be burnt. So I use frozen.
Great.
So if you put your bowl back on there.
On the scale?
Yep.
Okay.
Zero it out, and then you're going to want around 280. Yep.
Okay. Ruth, can you reach those here? I'll share.
I got one.
I'll share.
Thank you. 280?
280.
245. I'm going to need a small piece. Oh, look at that. $2.79.
You're going to want to put your gloves on.
Okay.
Because this is the chemical part of it. And it's sodium hydroxide. It's the chemical reaction. It's called saponification. It's where 24 hours later you can actually lick that bar of soap. All of the chemicals, the oils, and everything have changed over into soap.
Okay.
That's how some people tell whether their soap is ready or not. They lick it.
I'm not licking soap. I will do a lot for Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I am not licking soap, people.
And then just pour it right over top of the
And you've
soap.
already pre-measured this out
Yep,
first.
yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, just be careful if you go to tap on it that you're not.
Not to do that.
Yeah, just so you don't. And then take your spatula and then just start mixing in. If you look, you can see that it's solid.
Mm-hmm. You can see that we have the solid frozen
Yep.
goat milk here. We're going to stir it up, and then this chemical reaction will take place.
Yep,
or,
it'll melt.
Did you say, you know what, I'm going to expand. I'm going to make this goat soap.
That winter we had, like I said, we had maybe 5 gallons of milk that our cheesemakers can't really use. It's not. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just
Right.
not the quantity that they want. And with all the hard work that we use, I didn't want to dump it.
Right.
I'm not a cheesemaker. I'm still not a cheesemaker. I'm pretty adamant about that. And
You were adamant about
I
not
was.
doing soap as well, but here we are.
Here we
so nothing's off the table.
it's not. It's not.
Hers is going much better. So maybe I can't.
Small ones.
Maybe I can't talk and stir at the same time. I don't know. So you've experimented with a lot of different scents. Is there one that is like your favorite? Your
Man
go-to?
scent barbershop. That's really popular.
Oh wow, what's in that one?
It's just a fragrance oil blend. It's got a little bit of a musk scent to it. Another one is watermelon. It's a natural soap, but you would think that people would want a natural scent, but there's more fragrance oils that people pick out that they would rather use. This is a popular one. Garden Hands is huge in spring because it's got such scrub to it. With the coffee
I like
and
the idea
sea
of
salt.
the sea salt.
And you can use it as a full body wash, but there's a lot of people that use it for hand soap. See, look at that. You're all
Look at me.
almost done. One of the things
We are going.
that I put in my soaps is powdered sugar.
Okay.
I put it in for, I'm going to put it in this one.
Okay.
I put it in for lather. It's just to increase the lather in it because of the sugars. But the goat milk soap has more lather to it anyways because of the sugars and the milk. You can pour it slowly into your oils, and then we can start mixing that.
And how many oils did you? Sunflower, olive.
Coconut oil, lard, and shea butter.
Wow. That's got to feel so smooth.
Even though it's a wash-off product, shea butter is really good. In this, you don't want to use a more expensive butter like mango butter because it is a wash-off, but shea butter gives it a little more conditioning.
And we're going to mix this all up?
Yep, your spatula's right, and your whisk is right in front. That's it.
I'm a natural at this. I mean, I don't bake because this is a science. It's not some like for me with food. It's like anything goes, but you really need to have the right combination of your things here.
I've practiced this. No, keep going. You're gonna want to mix it till it's like pudding. Not that I was a chemist. I'm like, I'm not a chemist.
And what I thought was really cool is you do also offer classes for this. So if people are local and want to come and learn how to do this, that is an option. So you can look them up at cazacrez.com. And we're going to take a little break here. We're going to come back and we'll go on to the next process.
Okay.
So just stay tuned. Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped, indoors today at Caz Acrez Live.
Hey everybody, Ray Tiffany with S2S Outdoors. You are watching Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped.
Welcome to Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. I'm your host, Erika Tanner, back here live again at Caz Acrez, and we have gone to the other room to use an immersion blender to help mix this up a little quicker. The process was to get it to a thickness like this. So we're at a good stopping point, and now what's our next step, Cindy?
So the next step is you want to add whatever additives you want to add into
Which
it.
is my little secret blend here of oats, coffee, and sea salt.
Sea salt, yep. And you just pour those in and mix it in. You can dump however you want to do it.
Okay.
Yep. And then just stir it in so it's.
It smells so good.
So it's all mixed on your scales, and you're going to want to weigh and put your oils in.
All right.
And you're going to want to put 14 grams in.
So we got to set this back to
14 grams in.
Oh boy, is that a lot? I mean, that
it's about a half an ounce.
This is so measured out.
So then you're going to want to take it and mix it back in. So all your oils that scent is all the way through the whole thing.
I do appreciate you being here, Ruth, and helping us with this as well.
Once you've got it all mixed in, then you can start slowly pouring it into your mold.
And this is just is this a typical mold, or?
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to change up the shapes, obviously, you would just get different molds.
Yep. And you can just pour it right in. You can move so that everyone can see.
Yeah, see how thick that is? That's crazy.
Yeah, compared to what it was like 5 minutes ago. Yeah. And it's not because the oils have hardened a little bit. But
Now, I'm going to need a little assistance. There we go. This is starting to stick really well.
You can either leave it that way or smooth that out, put like ridges on the top of it. And if you feel like you have a couple of air bubbles, we bang it on the table.
Okay. Oh, look how fancy pants you are. This is what mine is going to look like, nice and simple stripes. But Ruth, you got a wispy with that. You do have one that you had done up, so we are going to take a look at that after.
Yep.
So just slide this on here.
Yep.
Okay. You got yours, Ruth?
Ooh. No, it's fine. It'll stay.
Baker's wreck.
Yep. Yeah. So this is the one that I made yesterday. So I mean, it's.
Can we take our gloves off now?
Yep. Oh yeah. Yep. So we just pop it out of the mold, and obviously you see that I get it all over too.
Okay, good.
And it pops.
What flavor is this?
This is. Oh, what is it? Spearmint. It's spearmint. So it comes out as a big block. You can cut it however you want. You can cut it by hand if you wanted a certain size.
Right.
But I use a soap cutter. And this is actually borrowed from one of our cheesemakers.
Okay.
So it's kind of nice. Yeah. Yep. You just slide it in. The wires are piano wires. So if they break, I just replace them.
And they tune?
Yep. Tighten them up. Yep.
It's wild.
Yep.
That's
I just put it right up against the edge. There's an edge and another edge, and then just push down on it. Cuts it right through like nothing.
Wow. Yeah, like butter.
Like butter. Yep. And then sometimes you have to help them with the bottoms of it, and then it's cut.
Great. Oh, that's awesome. Now, even though you cut it today, does it still have to cure for some time before it's available?
I'll put it back on a tray. I'll put parchment down there because you don't want to put this directly on metal. But I'll put parchment paper on there, and it'll sit for 3 weeks.
Wow.
And then it'll go in a box. And I won't wrap it until I get ready to sell it.
Okay.
Because there is still some curing on it, and when it cures, it's for the water evaporation on it to make it a harder bar. So it'll shrink. So if I wrap it tomorrow, by the time it gets finished curing, you can just pick it up and the wrap will fall off. So it's not.
That does smell really great.
It's spearmint, yeah. And this has oatmeal and pumice powder in it. so it's got a good scrub to it too.
Yeah, great.
Yep.
Now, what is earlier we were talking, and you have a soap called the Drunk Goat.
Oh, drunk. Yes.
Which you ended up being like one of your most popular soaps.
It is. You can make soap with anything. You can make it with milk. You can make it with water. You can make it with beer. And I made. We have an event in town. It's a tractor event every year. And the first year I wanted to go, I was like, I want something fun to bring with me to get my name out there. And we have a local brewery, so I bought one of their beers, and I mixed half beer and half milk and called it Drunk Goat. And so it's the lather on it is huge compared to even just a bar of goat milk soap because of the yeast and the sugars and the beer add to it.
Didn't
So
think about it.
so
Yeah.
it's a bigger lather to it. It's also a longer lasting lather because it's just the way those sugars react to everything.
Are available online at cazacrez.com. Cats with a Z. Remember
Yep.
that. And how long does it normally take to fulfill a shipment?
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
You got it.
because you got to do it from scratch.
Yep. Yep, and you want the soap to cure a little bit.
I want to say that again. It's natural soap.
Yes.
And it's good for you. It's you can see how the process is made. There's no hidden ingredients here. So if you are an outdoor enthusiast and you want something that is light, something you can pack up, and again, this size is as it is today, but as it cures, it will get smaller.
A little bit.
So you can pack it up and be on your way and smell great doing so. So I want thank you for coming on or letting us come into your house today. Usually we are outdoors, so it was a nice treat to be inside today and working with you and finding out about this. And again, Ruth, great for you to come and be part of this with us. And I want you to say your website one more time.
It's Caz Acrez, CAZACREZ.com.
And phone number if someone wants to call you.
518-312-3843.
And you can find them out at various shows. You do shows in the area, so
And farmers markets.
and farmers markets.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Facebook too.
Facebook, social media. Yep.
she's there.
Yep.
So just reach out. And again, thank you so much.
Well,
It was
thank
so
you.
much fun. And I'm going to go outside and meet a goat after this and apologize for calling them cows. All right, this is Erika Tanner with Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped. We have been live today at Caz Acrez, and we encourage you to visit them online and help her out. Help her out. All right, take care.
Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped TV show is brought to you in part by Corker Boots, Mercer Sports, Outdoor Secrets Unwrapped hot sauce with that big craft heat and that big craft taste, Hoffman Lures, Fish Donkey, the future of tournament fishing, Caz Acrez, Cooler Guard with the cleaning power of enzymes, J. Robinson Outdoors, Bennington Self Storage, Okuma Fishing, let's get inspired, P-Line, White Rocks Design Studio at Turcotte Design, Porta-Brace, and a proud member of the Southwest Chamber of
Meet
Commerce.
you again. May God bless you. Adios. Wise men say only fools rush in. But I can't help falling in love with